In addition to general commemoration, it seems likely that some Roman architecture was conceived as a vehicle for artificial memory, with certain Scaenae fronts intended to be understood as a mnemonic device. So we know that rhetorics was a highly prized skill in Roman public life, and part of its teaching was the training of the art of memory, with a sequence of distinctive architectural places serving as containers for the images, for the orator's topics. One can see one can see something like this as a training ground for the theater of memory, for the art of memory. These items could then be retrieved by the orator during his imaginary walk around the memory building while giving his speech. A hierarchically ordered facade encrusted, as this one, with niches and balconies, many containing statues, may sometimes have been understood as such a set of topoi, a memory palace. This is our argument. This is an argument that's put forward primarily by John O'Nyans and Edmund Thomas, and I think quite convincingly so. A building type specifically developed for the construction and perpetuation of collective memory was the triumphal arch. And there is a formal and thematic kinship, I would argue, between the three-bay arch and the tripartite theatre facade. The Arch of Constantine here is a late example of this very ancient type. The arch was a key part of the magnificent architectural scenography for the Roman Festival of the Triumph, which was an elaborate victory parade and religious rite. At the same time, it was a permanent memorial to the military leaders' achievements and semi-divine status. As in the theater, the structure and surfaces of the arch were used to tell stories, to record the official victorious narratives of the triumphator's conquests. The deed was thus commemorated just at the time of passing through the arch, linking the triumphal memory with the act of penetration. So quite often the arches were decorated in the vault. So as the procession passed through, the full meaning would be experienced, as it were. During the ceremony, the triumphant commander and his entourage processed through a series of significant places, culminating with the Temple of Jupiter on the Capitoline Hill. The triumph ceremony was developed in Republican Rome as an adaptation of an Etruscan rite, where the triumphator passing through the city gates was received as a god, an omnipotent ruler of heaven. So the arch here is at once a surface to be looked at, a thick portal for transformative movement, and finally a permanent urban memorial.